Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and of course my number one son, Michael Holmes, who just will never shut up. As always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, I would just be sitting here talking to a cell phone with nobody listening. Possibly some bad news. It does not look good for David Irving for this week. I mentioned yesterday that he's in a concussion protocol, and it doesn't look like he's going to be out of it before Sunday. It's kind of interesting because I believe it was the hit that he had on Kirk Cousins where he knocked DeMarcus Lawrence out as well. I mean, he just, boom, he was like a bowling ball hitting the pins. But he didn't seem to suffer any concussion symptoms right then and there. In fact, he played the rest of the game. So we're talking about Thursday, last week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, come Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when all of a sudden we hear about concussion symptoms. So how was that mixed, or how did that all of a sudden happen almost a week later? I can't tell you on that one, but this goes back to the whole thing of we got to do better for these players with the equipment and the rules and things, because when you see what happened last night on a short week, literally, I believe, what was it, 10 players?
About 10 of them got hurt.
10 of the Saints players were getting knocked out. It's just not enough time for that body to recover in basically 3 days. You know, you think about the Saints had to game on Sunday, get a practice in on Monday, a practice in Tuesday, travel on Wednesday, and then play on Thursday. It's just too much that they're asking for the guys. I had said my solution for doing it personally, and Max Kellerman actually took the idea from me as well. But I think what the NFL honestly needs to do is they need to add a second bye week, which would be a win for everybody. Sure, your team's not going to play 2 weeks in the season, but most people are still going to watch some football. So that's one more week worth of revenue for the NFL, which I can't see that they would complain about getting some more cash. But what you do is the teams that have a Thursday night game would get a bye week before the Thursday night game. That way, you have time for the coaches to make a game plan. We missed something? No? Okay. Michael's just going.
Starbucks and McDonald's used to be.
Oh, okay. Another Starbucks. Breaking news. But if you had a bye week before that Thursday night game, that gives you gives you players time to recover from that Sunday game, gives your coaches time enough to go ahead and get a game plan together. It gives you the perception that you care about the players, and it should give you a better product on the field. And the other thing it does for you too is if you ultimately want to play games in England, well, same thing. The teams that are playing in London have a bye week before that. They fly to England the week before. They spend the week practicing there, getting used to the time change, being ambassadors for football. Play the game, get back home, and there's no worse for wear. But with this stuff of playing on a Sunday and then playing on a Thursday, it's just too much that you're asking these guys. You're asking for injuries. You're asking for guys to be debilitated. But, you know, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a voodoo doll and a day job. But the other side of this with David Irving possibly missing on Sunday is it'll be an opportunity for Taco Charlton to get more playing time. And see, I know a lot of you guys keep saying, Taco's a bust, he was a wasted pick, we should have had TJ Watt. Yeah, he's a real baller. But like I've told you guys, it's situational. Our defensive line has been the strength of this team this year. And with him being a rookie who was raw to begin with, he hasn't had the amount of snaps that TJ Watt has had. But he's been getting better as the season goes on. Now he'll have the chance this weekend to have some extended play, and I'm hoping that he can get another sack or a forced fumble or a few more tackles to shut up all these people that say he's a bust. We've been spoiled in the draft over the last few years where we get a Tyron Smith or a Travis Frederick or a Zach Martin, you know, guys that immediately come in and have an immediate impact, you know, like Zeke Elliott, Dak Prescott. That's not the norm in the NFL. That was more the exception to the rule. So give the guy a chance. He already still has better numbers than DeMarcus Lawrence had as a rookie. So as always, friends, I'm Mark Holmes, Cowboy Joe Boo, and And there's Michael right here beside me, my number one son. And I'll see you guys soon.